All right, here's our ghost that we're going to make. Notice that this is a shelled out ghost. You can kind of look in through the eyes of the ghost and you can see the inside of the ghost, and there's a certain thickness that it's been shelled. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this this sketch without the eyes. We're going to extrude it back this way, and then we'll go ahead and shell it out, and then finally we'll make the eyes. Okay, so that's our plan for this part. Let's go ahead and in Onshape, we're going to start with the bottom of the part. We're going to start down here with these triangles. If you notice, we have a detail for the triangles. Each of these triangles are 0.75. Each of the legs of the triangles are 0.75 in length, and they're spaced out at 0.75 as well. So let's go ahead over to Onshape. Where is it here? We're going to start a new part. And we'll pick the front plane to sketch on. And let's make a triangle. All right, so this triangle is not perfect. If we go back to our dimension, we can kind of imagine that we're just making the triangle that's right in the middle. So if we split this in half, we're making this triangle right here. Okay, so each of the sides of that triangle need to be 0.75. Let's do that now. 0.75 by 0.75 by 75. All right, that's good. The next thing we want to do is to make a pattern of these triangles. We have 3 of them, I believe. So we have 1, 2, 3 of them over here, and we also have 3 on the other side. So let's actually make these first 3, and then we'll mirror them over to the other side. We're going to use linear pattern. We'll select the things we want to make a pattern of. And then we want to space them not at 1 inch, we want them to kind of touch each other. So we want to space them at 0.75. There, that looks good. Work. Let's try that one more time. All right, that worked. I have to click off of it. All right, and that's good. We wanted 3 of them. If we wanted more, we could always change this to 5 or 10 or whatever, but we wanted just 3, so that's good. We could do that again on the other side if we wanted to, but it's going to be easier just to do a mirror. And before we mirror, we want to kind of trim out the bottom of these. There we go. Okay, so we'll use the mirror tool. We're going to select this axis right here to mirror over, and then we'll just select each of the lines, and then that's done. Cool. All right, so we've just gone ahead and made the bottom. Now let's go ahead and make the sort of this set of lines here. So if you look here, we get some hints. One thing is that we know that this curve here is actually a fillet because we have the 2-inch radius on the fillet. And we see that the top of it, of the ghost, is flat right up here. So what we want to do is we want to kind of make it straight first, kind of like that, and then fillet that corner. So it's 5 high, and how wide is it? It's half of this 4.5. So let's see what we can do. Come up here, we know that it's 5 high. Then what we can do is we can actually come in here and reference the center, hover, and we'll come up and make sure it's perpendicular, and we're good. All right, let's go ahead and put a fillet on that. Select here and here, and our fillet should be 2 inches. There we go. Use mirror one more time. Select this axis first as the mirroring entity, and we'll select each part that we want to mirror. Hey, that looks good. Finish the sketch. All right, next we're going to extrude. So we're going to take the extrusion, and we've got to see how deep we want it to go. So let's look over here. And you can see that the depth, which is like this dimension right here, is shown on the top view, 3 inches. Okay, at this point, we want a shell. So we want to make the shell And if you look here, you can see that there's a little thickness right here. What is that thickness? Well, we can look at this section view. Section view, it like split this piece on its side, and we have a 0.15 inch shell that we can see over there. So 0.15 is a shell that we want to use. Let's see, here's shell. So we don't want to shell one part of it, we want to shell the whole thing. We want it to be hollow on the inside. And we want it to be 0.15 in thickness. We'll pick on the ghost and begin the checkbox. Now, you won't be able to see the shell because there's no holes in this, so we need to make some holes. And the holes in our ghost are the eyes. So the eyes are 1.25 diameter holes, and we can see exactly where they go by some of the dimensions on here. So let's start by, let's make this eye hole, and then we'll mirror it over to the other side. For a sketch on the front of the ghost, kind of guess about where it is, about right here. And we want it to be, I think it was, I can't remember now, 1.25, ooh, no, 1.25 is the diameter. Guy, there we go. We have to dimension where this thing is. So how high up is it? That's the first thing we want to ask. Let's get that dimension. You can see it right here. Both eyes are 3.5 inches above the bottom of the ghost. All right, so the last dimension we need to put in is right here from the center of the circle to the edge of the ghost. And let's pull off that dimension drawings here. And if we look, looks like it's right here, 1.25 away from the edge. So let's put that in, 1.25. All right, this looks good. This circle is locked down, it can't move anywhere. So we're gonna mirror it along this plane, along this axis. And if we mirror it, we get it exactly where we want it on the other side. And we're done with this sketch. And now we can extrude them to, instead of sticking out, let's remove material. We can move it this way, finish our extrude, and you can actually see that now our eye holes go all the way through and our ghost is a hollow soul. And there you go, that's how you make the ghost. One just quick note, why did I know to put holes on the other side? If you look at the drawing, it says it right here, eye holes through all. So we know that there are eyes on the back and the front of the ghost. And there you go, that is our shelled out hollow ghost.